Okay, welcome back everybody to another video. So this week, big week, is the Open Championship, the 150th Open Championship at St Andrews. And I'm really looking forward to it because I'm lucky enough that on Wednesday I'm flying up and I'm going up for the practice day and then for the Thursday and the Friday. So hoping to see a lot of the top players, really looking forward to seeing Tiger Woods play. Who knows, this could be his last event. He's not looking great in terms of his physicality, but hopefully he can keep going. So the main thing of this video, point of this video, is to show you some of the shots that they're going to play up at the Open Championship. So it's really firm, really fiery up there at St Andrews, a bit like it is out on the Cherington at the moment. So I hear a lot of people saying Cherington, the grass is thick, it's hard to shoot a score around here because you can lose golf balls. So we are on the 11th hole here. It's 462 yards, stroke index 1. So I'm going to play it with a 4-iron off the tee because there's so much run on the ground that I think that I could probably use the ground to my advantage, not just with my tee shot, but with my second shot as well. I think I'm going to be able to get quite a lot of distance out of this because of the firmness of the fairway, and then the same with the second shot. And I'm going to try and make a par, try and play this very safe and basically take a big number out of play. So I'm going to try and flight this 4-iron a bit lower. Ground's firm. Yeah, it is firm out here. So I'm going to, not going to make a sort of full swing. I'm going to try and flight this down a little bit, get the ball on the ground and get it running. And I reckon I can probably get this out past 200 yards with that sort of shot. For you guys, it might be that you use when you're fairway woods instead of your driver. But it's just something that you can control. So 4-iron, here we go. This is my longest iron. I've got a rescue next, but I wanted to play it with an iron rather than a wood or a rescue club. So ball's going to be centered in the stance, and I'm going to make a swing which feels like a nice smooth swing to try and take a bit of speed out, keep that ball flight down slightly. Okay, that's nice down the middle, it's running. Notice my finish position, a lot lower, using the body to turn and holding that position to get that ball flighting out a little bit. And that was quite a penetrating ball flight there with the 4-iron. Right, let's go and see where it is in the fairway. Okay, so we've got up to the golf ball, about 200 yards off the tee, maybe 210, flag left corner. So it's a long way back, it's 240 yards back there, but doesn't necessarily matter because that's to the back of the green. So to the front, we're about 210 to the front, and then down in front of the green there's some swales, some little swales which sort of allow the ball to kick. It's very firm, so it's going to run. So I reckon if I can land this 185, 190, into wind off the right a little bit, it's going to kick forward, it's going to release up, and I reckon we can get it onto the front. And for a hole which is there's some thick rough about, you've got to hit the fairway. If we can get this round the front end of the green, get it rolling on, that's going to be a good shot. So again, iron again, 4-iron, same thing. Just going to try and flight it. Okay. So another nice flighted shot there, low, running. This all plays a bit downhill as well, this fairway. I can't quite see where it's finished, but it looked pretty good for line and there's the right trajectory. Let's go and have a look. Okay, so the great thing about the 11th hole is that down in front of the green here, it sort of kicks downhill and it comes back up to the green, but you get a really nice run with the golf ball. So again, as I said, if I'm looking back there at that landing zone, from where I was, it was probably 170, 75 I need to carry it. And then it's just all going to kick up, and it's managed to make its way all the way up to the top, onto the front portion of the green. So sort of 15 paces on, pin's right at the back as you can see, but I've got a putt for it. So fairway, green, putt. Not in any trouble. It's not the easiest 2-putt, it's a bit of distance, but it should be doable. Pretty good putt. Left myself 4 foot, 5 foot for the putt. There we go. So again, using the ground, using the contours of the hole, playing sensibly, I've managed to, on a very hard hole, I've managed to make a 4 for a higher handicap player. It could be that you know, you've made a 5 by keeping it in play. If you keep out of this thick grass by playing conservatively, you're going to reduce your scores quite considerably. We're going to play some more shots. We're going to play some pitch shots and some chip shots and show you how we can use the ground for those as well. Okay, so we've seen how to play some longer golf shots to keep the ball down with some irons and to control that ball flight. Now we're going to talk about what they're going to be playing around the greens. So we've got a nice tight linksy lie here, which would scare a lot of golfers. Now I'm going to show you 2 ways to play it. I'm going to show you the sensible way, and I'm going to show you how some of the tour pros will play it with a very specially designed wedge, which is designed for tight lies. So the first way, we've got a 8-iron here, 8-iron bump and run. We've got a bank in front of us, and then the ball, then it sort of goes up to a peak, and then it goes down to where the flag is. So the plan here for tight lie, to avoid hitting any duff shots, is going to be to bump it into that bank. Really simple shot, 8-iron, middle of the stance, grip down the club slightly, narrow stance, and weight into your left side. Hands a little bit higher, this, not down like this, hands a bit higher, and almost like a putting stroke. 1, 2. I'm going to pick a spot in the bank where I'm going to land this halfway up and watch it run up there. There you go, I'd be happy with that. It's a pretty good shot. Okay, shot number 2. Rather than the 8-iron, we're going to go with what we call the T-grind lob wedge. So it's an ultra low bounce lob wedge, which is for tight lies like this. Basically, it allows the club to slide under the ball without the bounce hitting into the ground and creating thin and fat shots. So quite a challenging club to use. You've got to have quite a shallow technique, but I should be able to nip this off the turf and pitch it up there onto the green with a little bit of spin, and then it'll release down. So again, simple shot, 1, 2. Same action as the bump and run, but just a bit longer and a bit more speed. Again, another nice result. Didn't release as much as the 8-iron because it had a bit more spin on it to grab it. So I hope you picked up some tips there, some ideas that you can use on the golf course, some short game shots you can play and think about using the run with the ground being so firm at the moment. So as I said, I'm going to the Open this week. Make sure you follow our Facebook and our Instagram page, and then you can sort of see some updated stories of things happening at the Open live. And yeah, tee time's not out yet, so I don't quite know when I'm going to be sort of following the marquee groups, but hopefully we get to see Tiger, Rory, and some of the qualifiers as well. It qualified from you know, the venues that hosted Open qualifying, like ourselves. So enjoy the video, and see you on the next one.